Maheshwari. I'm Director of Corporate Affairs with Microsoft India, and although I came to this session just a few minutes back when you were about to start your presentation, but I have also been tracking and looking at these types of things for more than a decade now, using ICT for education, health, and governance, and many other applications like this. And we are also doing some projects. One of them is called SMS Toolkit, where basically there's again any mobile phone you can send SMS messages, and I know that similar type of programs are being run by many people. For example, prenatal as well as postnatal care, vaccinations, and other type of things. And of course, but it's not just about ICT. I would say that it's also important to link it with something on the ground. So, for example, the trials that we are doing, we are integrating it with the ASHA workers in India, so that they also act as intermediary, and any message which goes to a particular expectant mother or a mother also goes a copy of the same by name and the registration number to the ASHA worker, so that she can also track if or when that particular vaccination and other type of checkups, etc., are done or not done. But increasingly what we have seen is that using computers, using mobile phones and other type of things, that more and more applications of this sort are coming up all over the world, and including, I will say, especially in the South Asia, because in this particular region we are actually taking a lead for a very simple reason that we have a lot of population, we have a lack of medical experts and other type of experts. It's not just about medical experts. Oftentimes people just put them in one category, but the fact is that if you want good quality teachers in rural areas, even that's a challenge. So in many other areas, and also this whole challenge of the physical, I'll say the spatial separation, and how do you bridge that? So that's one type of thing. And the second thing, as you mentioned, in terms of gender empowerment, other type of things also, there are these types of things which are very important in the way people look at health. And beyond just the healthcare, I think increasingly people are also looking, and in fact even Dr. Sanghi's hospital, for example. So there's of late much more focus on, rather than just on a curative, it's also a lot of focus on preventive as well as on predictive healthcare. So for example, if people are going for regular health checkups, then you know that there's certain type of trends. And in your particular case, I did notice that you are saying that it's only a cost of a phone call. But there could also be models. For example, we have in Andhra Pradesh in India called EMRI, which is of course in case of emergency, but that particular number is available as a toll-free number. So if the government agrees to this type of thing, that yes, this is something which aids in the government's own programs, maybe what the government can do is the government can offer the same type of thing, and the only support that you need at that stage is if it becomes a toll-free number. Yes, the moment it becomes a toll-free number, there's a one, I'll say, flip side, that some of the calls might be a little, I'll say, rudimentary, or at times could be a little bit of nuisance at times. But I don't think too many people will resort to that type of thing, because these types of health or something like that can come to anybody and everybody. And people, there are other type of toll-free services also which are not abused so much. So I don't think even in the area of healthcare, but just doing these types of things, if you make it toll-free, what happens is that people who are in remote areas, they don't have to make a STD call. There's a single number which can be fed in the systems. And then you could also have, let's say, the patient ID or with a unique ID, national ID like in India, those types of things. And the moment there's a linkage, so for example, if you also have with caller ID, so if you, next time if you are getting a call from the same number, maybe the doctor knows that, okay, this is the number from which I had received the earlier these few, 3 or 4 patients maybe, okay, which of you was speaking? And then immediately, rather than asking too many questions in terms of what the problem is, you can actually go back into the database in terms of what the patient history or anything like that is, and you can respond to that. So with this, I would like to thank all the presenters, and now I would request Dr. Vinay Sanghi to hand over the mementos to all the presenters. So first, Tripura Vision Center, do we have any representatives? Yeah, please. Okay. And next we would have from Path Reports, pathreports.in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have Mr. Anup from Path Reports, please? Okay. And software for assessment of disabled for access, rehabilitation and empowerment, AP Online. Okay. And mobile health, phone health service. From come this side. Yes. Great call. Okay. Deepak Foundation. Congratulations. Then we have from AG Breast Care e-health program from Bangladesh. Thank you. And then we have from e-Mamta. Thank you. And with this, we come to the end of this particular session. And after that, please proceed outside for the next programs. Thank you. To Dr. Sanghi.